we're just there, and it's not awkward, but we're like, and Lionel went, blah, 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 blah. I was like, and the translator went, oh, apparently you and Lionel have a friend in common. I was like, oh God, this is embarrassing. He thinks I'm Jack Black or something. Do you know what I mean?
You did a show with FIFA.
Yes.
Called Quest for the Best.
Oh, FIFA's Quest for the Best, yeah.
And I don't kind of want to give away the end of it yet, but you met someone very special.
Well, it's at the very start of the video, so even they give it away at the start.
Do they?
It's me meeting Lionel Messi, yeah.
I'm obviously going to lead up to ask you what he was like, but I want to know a bit more about it, just because I thought it was a genuinely brilliant bit of content. Yeah. I think it was the first time I'd ever come across you and knew who you were, and I thought it was brilliant. So what was the aim of the show? The aim of the show was putting your World 11?
It was just at the time where, like, basically everyone was playing Ultimate Team, FIFA Ultimate Team. So it was kind of like basically that of just trying to get people's take on who they think the best 11 in the world were. And, around FIFA as well. So around people that FIFA were promoting, but ultimately they were the best players in the world. So we went around the world and got the opinion from a lot of people: Adebayo Fenway, Gary Neville, Ryan Giggs, Duncan Alexander from Opta, sports psychologists, just everyday people. But then Carlos Resach, who's the guy that basically found Lionel Messi.
The old bloke from Barca, right?
The old bloke from Barca, who had found a number of decent players, and he found Lionel Messi. It's a really, really good story, and I think we talk about it a little bit on the video, but you can search it and find his story.
I would definitely recommend checking it out.
He basically found Lionel Messi, but Lionel Messi was tiny, and he needed like growth hormones. So he was basically being injected with hormones every day to try and make him bigger. And then Barcelona, the top people at Barcelona, like, I mean, he's good, but like he's not big enough, and like we don't think he's very good at the moment. And this Carlos Resach guy was like, he will be the best player in the world. Just literally bear with him. And they're like, yeah, but we don't want someone who's going to be the best player in the world in 10 years. We need someone who's going to be like the best player now. And Carlos Resach was like, trust me. And they were like, no, we don't think so. Lionel Messi's dad went to Carlos Resach, like, look, we've got to go back to Argentina. We can't afford anything. You know what I mean? We don't think Lionel's going to get a contract. And then basically Carlos Resach signed a contract on a tissue, on a serviette. When they were having dinner, it was like, this is my word. He will play for Barcelona. I went back and was like, look, I don't care where you get the money from. I don't care if you have to sack me, but this lad, I've just signed him for Barcelona, and you're going to have to take him. He's going to be one of the best players in the world. They did, and then, the rest is history. So this guy was responsible for finding a lot of young players scouting from around the world. And he was a real eye opener, and just the way that he kind of like spots people, and he's like, a lot of people said, they'll go, oh, he's like the best player. And they're like, yeah, but actually him, I think he's a bit better. Like looking at like a 7 or 8 year old and be like, actually, he's got more awareness, and we can beef him up a little bit. Yeah, he might not be the biggest, but he's got the awareness on and off the ball, and I think he might be the best player in the world.
That's such a talent, because like if I now went and watched, say, like even Sunday League football or lower league football, I probably wouldn't even know who the best player is. Like you could, if there's one guy skinning everyone else up, you're like a hashtag like Jesse Wallace or something like that. You can tell he's probably the standout guy. But then Spencer might say to you, "Oh no, if you actually look at Harry Honesty or something like that," and I haven't got that kind of football brain, so I just go, "Okay then." So the fact that Carlos could pick Messi out of a crowd at like 8 is mad.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Carlos Resach is very much like that choir boy hunter that found me. Do you know what I mean? Back in the
You're
90s.
the Messi of choir. Is that what you're saying?
This little fat bloke here. Yeah, we'll thin him out. And
the Messi of choirs.
Yeah,
I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. But he was great. And then we met. The kind of like the climax of it was that we met Lionel Messi in Barcelona, and quite nervous about it. Do you know what I mean? You're meeting the best player in the world. Like regardless of the debate, if you think Ronaldo or Messi is better. He is the best player in the world.
Yeah,
like, there's no, you
Ronaldo.
could tell. But when you're black and white Juve top, fuck off. Man.
But you're a Man United
I'm a Man U fan,
so you come from a place of bias. Messi is by far better than Ronaldo. By far.
We're not going into this debate now.
Would you go and get Ronaldo a Kit Kat at half time? There you go, Ronnie. I love you.
He wouldn't eat Kit Kats.
But I was a little bit nervous about meeting him. Everyone's like, look, just let you know, he's a footballer first and foremost. He just loves football. He's not really, like he has to do all these things and massive Pepsi adverts and stuff at EA, but ultimately he just wants to be playing football with his family. So, let's not push things too far. I was like, okay, fair enough. Anyway, he came in and he was very nice. It was really, really nice. And we had a little chat. And one of the things beforehand was like, people are like, oh, also don't ask anything for to be signed or ask for selfies because Like he doesn't, like not he doesn't do them, but otherwise we'll be here all day. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, even though I'm like the main man, they're like, even.
What was your plan? Did you want a selfie or did you want something signed?
No, I did. I was like, well, to be fair, I'm being filmed with him,
Yeah.
so I've got enough.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely fine. But it was all the other crew that were like, oh. Anyway, we just did the filming, and he can't speak Spanish. No, he can speak Spanish. Famously, he can speak Spanish. I can't speak Spanish, and he can't speak English. So we were like trying to chat through his agent, who was like a really nice chap, and we're just there. And it's not awkward, but we're like, and Lionel went, blah, 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 blah. I was like, and the translator went, oh, apparently you and Lionel have a friend in common. I was like, oh God, this is embarrassing. He thinks I'm Jack Black or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh God, he thinks I'm someone else. I was like, ¿Qué? Who? He's like, oh, Joaquin Pipa. I was like, Pipa? He went, sí. I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. And I basically got out my phone, and there's a guy called Joaquin Mendila, who nickname is Pipa, who's a ex-footballer. And it's a really weird story. I went, oh yeah, and I got a photo. I was like, Pipa, sí, Pipa. And then like got his phone out and had a selfie with him and Pipa. I was like, oh, we had a little chat through the translator. And the reason why I know Joaquin Mendila, aka Pipa, is because he's Pablo Zabaleta's best mate. Okay, so I don't know Pablo Zabaleta. So Pablo Zabaleta got bought by Man City. He went over to Man City and was like, oh, I really want to join Man City, but I'm going to be lonely. Can you sign my mate? He plays for Barcelona B team. And then Man City looked at this footage of Pipa and were like, no, mate. Absolutely not, no. Can't just sign your mates. So like, tell you what, we'll pay for him to play for Macclesfield. So he basically then played for, I think at the time, League One or League Two, Macclesfield. And playing for Macclesfield at the time was mine and Martin Gritton's mate, mine and Robin Knox's mate, Martin Gritton.
Yeah.
So he became really good friends with Pipa. And again, like Martin, not your archetypal footballer, very accepting of people, like took him under his wing a little bit. But he said it was quite funny. Like everyone would turn up to their, like get the training in like their BMWs or like Audis, maybe like a top of the range Ford. And then people would just turn up, like he couldn't drive. So Pablo Zabaleta would just drop him off in the like Lamborghini every day.
Fucking hell.
So like Macclesfield on like 400 quid a week.
That's a great story.
So yeah, he became friends with each other. And then I got Martin involved in the filming, so you'll be able to. He's the guy that's applauding at the end. He's also at the very start with Reece James and Mark Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out to Barcelona. And said, "Oh, mate, we should go out for a little drink with that. Like, meet people. Like, I played with him at Macclesfield. Now he's an agent out here. Like, does like football stuff." I was like, "Okay, cool." Went out for dinner, and I kind of knew he was Zabaleta's best mate, and he was Argentinian, but I didn't put the two together. So then when I met Messi, he was like, "Oh yeah," people was like, "Oh yeah." We had a little chat about him and how he's doing. All he goes, "Oh yeah, he gets me a lot of work because obviously he's an agent." I was like, "Yeah, but I bet you're short of work, aren't you, mate?" Yeah. Best footballer in the world. Yeah, it's really hard for you.
He's got so many Kit Kats.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I was just chatting, and then we finished it, and then like the producers and director came over like, so at what point were you going to tell us that you've got a mutual friend with Lionel fucking Messi? I was like, he brought it up. I didn't even realise that. So it was quite a nice little day. And then at the end, Lionel was like, do you want anything signed? I was like, yeah. But I didn't have anything. I was like, can you be here for like 2 or 3 minutes? I literally had to run to the Barcelona gift shop, like just get two shirts, a few little playing cards with his name, and just come back, and he, bless him, he signed them for me.
Wow.
So yeah, my cousin has got signed Lionel Messi like shirt on the back I got him for Christmas.
Yeah.
And like once you've given your cousin, who's like, he's 16 now, so there's like 12 years difference between us. Once you've, like at the time, he was like 10, 11. I was like, there you go, I've got you a Barcelona top. He's like, oh, thanks very much. Opened it, turned it round. He's like, oh. I was like, there you go. You can't buy him another present ever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? Like, fucking signed bottle of beer from Robbie Knox.
I mean, I'd say it's similar.
To be fair, now at his point in his life, he actually would absolutely take that. So, but yeah, so meeting Lionel Messi was absolutely amazing. I'm very fortunate to have been able to do it. So
Messi, top bloke then.
Yeah, top bloke.
Yeah.
And what was really good is that he was Spanish, I'm English, so I just couldn't make a tit myself because he didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I was just basically being my normal kind of like David Brent self, but like, yeah, no. And he was just like, the fact that he was laughing at stuff I was doing just from like facial expressions, like, that'll do. If I can make Lionel Messi laugh, I can make Norwich laugh.
Yeah.
You know.
I've been given a lot of stick for this, but my, like, you know, they say, what's your, like, crazy prediction?
Yeah.
Is France to go out of the groups.
Why do you think in a group?
Yeah.